Pranam to all Vaishnavas assembled. Thank you all for chanting the holy names in the Brahma Muhurta. Now we shall move on to the most sweetest part of the day, that is discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam. So before I could get into the sloka, I would like to seek all your blessings and prayers so that I speak in the line of parampara and for my own purification. And I'd like to thank all the senior Vaishnavas for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Om Namo Bhagavat. I'll start with a short kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gandharvika Giridhari Gaura Hari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaura Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Haribol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 18, Maharaj Parikshit cursed by a Brahmana boy, text number 26. Pratirudrendriya prana mano buddhim uparatam stanatrayat param praptam brahma bhutam avikriyam. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The Muni's sense organs, breath, mind and intelligence were all restrained from material activities, and he was situated in a trance apart from the three, wakefulness, dream and unconsciousness, having achieved a transcendental position qualitatively equal with the Supreme Absolute. Purport. It appears that the Muni in whose hermitage the king entered was in yogic trance. The transcendental position is attained by three processes, namely the process of Gnana, or theoretical knowledge of transcendence, the process of Yoga, or factual realization of trance by manipulation of the physiological and psychological functions of the body, and the most approved process of Bhakti Yoga, or the engagement of senses in the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita also, we have the information of the gradual development of perception from matter to a living entity. Our material mind and body develop from the living entity. The soul and the living entity, the soul and being influenced by the three qualities of matter, we forget our real identity. The Gnana process theoretically speculate about the reality of the soul, but Bhakti Yoga factually engages the spiritual soul in activity. The perception of matter is transcended to still subtler state of the senses. The senses are transcended to the subtler mind and then to breathing activities and gradually to intelligence. Beyond the intelligence, the living soul is realized by the mechanical activities of the yoga system or practice of meditation, restraining the senses, regulating the breathing system and applying intelligence to raise to the transcendental position. This trance stops all material activities of the body. The king saw the Muni in that position. He also saw the Muni as follows. Om Agnanatimarandasya Gnananjana Salakya Chakshur Unmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Datatri Padantikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopes Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So thank you all once again. So from this verse we shall discuss 4 aspects. Those are, first is we'll discuss a little bit of philosophy, because there's a lot of philosophy in this particular verse. Then we'll discuss about the concepts. Then a storyline, of course, we know about Parikshit Maharaj, and how to take the right decisions, taking right decisions. Right? So 4 aspects we'll discuss today. So Parikshit Maharaj, we all know that he went on a hunting expedition in the forest, and suddenly he became very hungry and thirsty, and he was looking for some water for drinking. And then he found the ashram of Samika Rishi. He entered the ashram and asked for some water. But before that, he saw the sage was sitting in a trance, in yogic meditation. And the sage had controlled his mind and senses and intelligence, and he was focusing on the supreme absolute truth. So, therefore, he was not at all in his external consciousness. The sage did not even notice the king enter the ashram, because he was not in his external consciousness at all. So, Srila Prabhupada says that he was beyond the 3 stages, that is the wakefulness, dream and sleep. He was beyond all that. So, Srila Prabhupada very nicely explains in the purport about the Brahma Bhuta stage, the stages acquired, and what are the different systems of obtaining the Brahma Bhuta stage. Prabhupada has explained. And Bhuta means living entity. Brahma Bhuta means the living entity he's meditating upon his original nature. Because we all have a nature. We think that this is our nature. I am a nice person. Sometimes I'll think I am angry. Sometimes we think I'm a so peaceful person or disturbed person. So whatever we think of our nature, different people have different ideas about their nature. But that nature is not our real nature. That nature is a acquired nature. Srila Prabhupada mentions here in the purport, our material mind and body develop from the living entity, the soul, and being influenced by the 3 qualities of matter, we forget our real identity. Okay? Currently, our nature has been influenced by the 3 qualities of nature. So, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 27 sloka, Prakrite kriyamana ni gunai karmai sarvasaha ahankara vimuddhatma kartaram iti manyate. So Krishna says that all the activities are simply done by the influence of 3 modes of material nature. And the spirit soul, what is it thinking? That I am the karta, I am the doer, I have done this, I have done that. And then he has wrong idea about his own identity. Again, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 42nd sloka, Indriyani parani ahur indriyabhya param manaha manasastu para buddhi yo buddhi parastu saha. So Krishna very nicely explains about what is our identity and what is not our identity. This forms the basic of Sankhya Yoga, that analysis of the 24 elements. Most of you must be knowing about it. And which is not our identity. Our identity is the 25th element, and which is the spirit soul. So, we can draw some few concepts from Bhagavad Gita, right? The first concept is senses are better than dull matter. So, what is dull matter? Because the entire Kali Yuga education system, we all know, is telling us the purpose of human life is to acquire dull matter. That is currency notes, buildings, cars, gold. So all these things. If you have so much of this dull matter, I'll be happy. So that is Kali Yuga. Purpose of life is actually it is not acquiring dull matter. So now is the purpose of life sense gratification because they're better than dull matter? No. Why? Because the mind is higher than senses. Mind is thinking, feeling, and willing and can control the senses. Manashastriyani indriyani prakriti sthani karsati. So all the senses are controlled by the mind. So that which actually enjoys is the mind and not the senses. So the second concept is, so therefore, mind is better than senses. The question naturally comes, is satisfying the mind the goal of our life? Again, no. Why? Because intelligence is better than mind. Why? Because intelligence is a reflection of the super soul. Intelligence acts like an authority, right? Mind says so many things, has no control at us. Like mind is like a chariot. It makes the living entity sit in the chariot and it takes him to various directions without control. The objects of senses, they are dragging us in various directions. No discrimination in obtaining the object of senses. Just enjoy whatever. Like the mind is saying, just enjoy, no problem. This is the nature of the mind. Therefore, intelligence is required to control the mind and the power to discriminate whether I'm doing something right or whether I'm doing something wrong, whether I should do it or not, whether I should not do it or not. So, definitely, I'm sure all of you will agree that mind is a mad person, right? Why? No discrimination power is there. Simply thinking sense gratification is the purpose of life and driving us mad, right? Forgetting that we are human beings. Yeah? We should not behave like animals. Why? Because animals are not using their intelligence. Animals use their intelligence simply driven by false ego. Dog is thinking, I am the dog and this is my territory. Nobody should enter this territory. And if some other dog enters the territory, there'll be so much fight, barking and fight. So that is dog's intelligence. If human also is doing the same thing, then he's also a dog. So Srila Prabhupada was once heard Prabhupada saying that the immigration department is like a dog only. They ask so many questions. Why? What is the reason for you coming here? What are you going to do in this country? Why are you coming to this country? This, that, this. So many questions they say. Sadhu should be free to travel everywhere, right? He should not be restricted. Because what is the purpose of sadhu traveling? He's benefiting the entire humanity. They are not moving here and there simply to maintain their body. They are doing a welfare for the whole society. So, therefore, we'll go to the third concept. So, from this, we can understand that intelligence is better than mind. What one should do, what one should not do, how to do criminal activity without getting caught. That also intelligence will say. So everywhere intelligence is working. So simply using intelligence is the purpose of life. Then again, no. Why? We'll go to the fourth concept, because greater than intelligence is the spirit soul. So the purpose of life is to simply understand the nature of the spirit soul. So here Prabhupada explains there are different paths to understand this nature of the spirit soul. The path of Gnana, the path of Yoga, the path of devotional service, which is Bhakti Yoga. So it is also something is called the low yoga ladder. Many of you must be knowing that. So, so different path of self-realizations, right? So by proper use of intelligence, when one is sufficiently understood and frustrated that simply looking for sense gratification is not going to give us happiness, right? So Krishna is saying, right, forget all about karma kanda, gnana kanda, and just listen to about bhakti, because bhakti directly places the spirit soul in its natural position. See, in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Jivere Swarupahai Krishnera Nitya Dasa. So the person who engages in bhakti is the best of all yogis. Krishna is saying one need not go step by step yoga ladder. if we understand the nature of bhakti, we can take the lift directly, go to the Bhagavad Dham, right? So, take to devotional service by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, which is the simplest of the process given to us, the people of Kali Yuga. Follow the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master. Simply by agreeing to listen to the pure devotee, one can attain perfection, right? So Krishna says the karmis will go to gnana, then gnana will go to gnani will go to yoga, yogi will attain perfection, is one way of doing it. The other people who are ordinary people who don't know any of all these things also can attain perfection simply by agreeing to listen to a pure devotee, right? Like we all have to agree to listen and agree to Srila Prabhupada and their disciples. So Prabhupada has made this wonderful society of Krishna consciousness. Everybody can join, right? No, there is no intelligent, foolish, rich, poor, whoever it is. Anybody can come and join. We have to do one simple thing. Agree to chant and follow the instructions given to us by the pure devotees. Path shown to us by the pure devotees. Then everybody becomes eligible. This is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. We need not be a karmi or jnani or yogi. So this is about this. Now coming back to this verse and the storyline. So the Lord plans are such that we never know what is going to happen next. Here we are seeing how Samika Rishi, a great sage, completely self-control and is in trance. The Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter described. Samika Rishi is absorbed in a spiritual platform. No external consciousness of anything at all. He is in a forest and in a hermitage. He's sitting there, achieving perfection, sitting in a trance. So amazingly, another great devotee, Parikshit Maharaj, who has seen the Lord in his womb, when he was in his mother's womb. So the same Supreme Lord, Samika Rishi is trying to meditate upon, right? Which Parikshit Maharaj already had darshan. And see the coincidence. Parikshit Maharaj is coming to see Samika Rishi who is meditating. Now people may ask a question, why Parikshit Maharaj has to go for hunting? There may be a question. So Parikshit Maharaj had to go for hunting because he had to remain fit for the battle, just to keep the Kshatriya spirit, because that is Kshatriyas is here, it is their prescribed duty, right? Here, to be in the battle, he must be fit of bravery, he must be brave and he must be courageous to face the battle. And that is a prescribed duty. We see in Bhagavad Gita, the prescribed duty of Kshatriya is to fight, right? To keep themselves fit. Unlike the modern day sports, it is a sport. That is a real sport, going for hunting. Unlike the modern day sport where we see so many, cricket matches and other things where a person hitting the ball from this side, that side. Sorry, it's absolutely crazy because it looks like thousands of people are again watching this kind of matches. In fact, I heard from one class saying that George Bernard Shaw had said that some 22 fools playing and over 22,000 fools watching that. So anyway, so by the will of the Lord, Parikshit Maharaj has become tired and thirsty, the emperor of the whole world, right? When he comes. So even when a person come to our house, it's a basic protocol, right? Bring them inside and offer them a seat and a glass of water. That is a simple minimum protocol you can follow. But here we say the emperor of the whole world, Parikshit Maharaj, has come in. And Shamika Rishi did not even open his eyes and receive him. Such a guest of honor and not welcomed. So that is a basic protocol, right? So Parikshit Maharaj is in his fatigue, did not like this, not following, they're not following the proper culture. The minimum is some sweet words, some water and a mat to sit on has not been offered to him. So he took his bow and there was a dead snake lying beside. He took that dead snake and he put it around the Rishi's neck. So these days, there's not a problem. There is a big board, in almost all homes. What does that board say? When you go and try to enter somebody's house, beware of dog. Forget any reception, right? Nobody wants to come without prayer appointment. We're not at all invited. First, you have to give them appointment. We are saying Atiti Deva Bhava, but this is what in Kali Yuga, right? Guests have to come, guests cannot come unannounced. So these are things happens in Kali Yuga. So because of this act, Parikshit Maharaj, of Parikshit Maharaj's son, Shringi was agitated, though the father was not agitated. The son, Shringi, cursed Parikshit Maharaj that he would die in 7 days, bitten by a snake, Takshaka bird, snake bird. So how these things have happened? How come such a great sage like Samika Rishi could have welcomed who has not welcomed such a great devotee like King Parikshit Maharaj? How come Parikshit Maharaj will do such an act? He's such a great devotee and he got disturbed because the sage was in meditation, did not welcome him. So here we should understand that all this is arrangement of Lord. Parikshit Maharaj was protected right from his birth. And we all see in the verses to come how Parikshit Maharaj will be protected, even death also. So he's Vishnu Ratha. He's called Vishnu Ratha because he's been protected by Vishnu. And now the same Vishnu he's making him do this, right? So the son, Shringi, as explained earlier, got angry and disrespected the king and the whole Kshatriya Varna itself. He cursed Parikshit Maharaj, but because he must be a powerful Brahmana boy. So scriptures also say that because of that was the fall of Brahmana was from this incident itself. Brahmanas fell down. So Parikshit Maharaj being penancy, that is, again thought of his act. He was very remorseful and he was very sad for having done such an act. But he was intelligent and thought that this is some arrangement of the providence and simply follow it. And he took the 7 days very seriously. As an emperor, he did not punish Samika Rishi or he did not show any reaction. Simply, instantly, he gave up everything and he went to the bank of Ganges and with simple clothes, and the whole world knew that this information had spread everywhere. And all the great personalities came to see him as he was a very great devotee. There he met Sukadev Goswami. And then Parikshit Maharaj asked him, what should I do? In the 7 days, what should I do? Then why should Parikshit Maharaj do such things? Only because Srimad Bhagavatam has to be spoken. Even in Parikshit Maharaj's death, Krishna was involved in every step for his exalted devotee. So this Leela has everything to do with Srimad Bhagavatam. This activity is what has happened with Parikshit Maharaj and Samika Rishi may be seen like a non-devotee activity. But how Parikshit sailed with it is very important lesson for us. Now we need not wait thinking that we will get a chance to put a snake around somebody's neck. Times are different. We cannot try to enact the pastimes. Simply, what we can do is simply by dancing and chanting and doing devotional service, we can take part in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So one last aspect, and we can close it, is making the right decision. So we should not comparing Parikshit Maharaj activities to any other Mayavadi or Brahmavadi activity is completely wrong. Very rarely these activities occur. See how Parikshit Maharaj reacted. He did not even rebel or counter curse. Look at the decision he made. Immediately gave up everything. Right? He gave up everything. He made the correct decision. Imagine how Srila Prabhupada had taken, our own Srila Prabhupada had taken sannyasa, immediately leaving his family. Srila Prabhupada took the right decision and left everything and took sannyasa. And because of that, the whole world is benefited. Had he not taken sannyasa, maybe maximum his family, a family of 5 or 6 would have benefited. But because he had taken sannyasa, it benefited the whole world. And because of Srila Prabhupada, we got our Guru Maharaj, right? So in history, many could not take right decisions. Just I'll give one example due to time. Karna, we all know in Mahabharata, Karna, we can see he could not take right decisions. He was approached by Krishna. He was approached by Kunti Maharani. They all revealed that you're the son of Kunti. Kunti is saying, you're my son. You're a Pandava. Right? Krishna told him, I shall offer you everything you want. But he did not listen to Krishna. He did not listen to his mother Kunti. And what he did, he just was sticking to one principle of being loyal to Duryodhana. So by doing that, he did not take right decision. That is why it is very important for us to take proper guidance, training in life. In life, we get so much opportunities to perform devotional service. They'll be as low as hanging, the fruit hanging very low. The ripe fruit, mango, is hanging very low. We just have to grab it. Such easily, devotional service is given to us by Vaishnavas. We should not be thinking whether to eat, whether to pluck it, whether to eat or whether not to eat it. Right? We should immediately grab it. Like, for example, my own realization is some years back, our Parabhakti Mataji offered me service. Mataji, why don't you start doing service in the deity kitchen? So immediately, like the ripe fruit hanging very low, I grabbed this opportunity as soon as Parabhakti Mataji offered it. And then after that, whatever I'm today is because of I have grabbed that opportunity. So when opportunities come our way for service, we must take it with both arms, right? When we are chanting in the holy name of the Lord, morning we pray, no? Every time, Ho Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, Ho Energy of the Lord Hare, Ho Reservoirs of Lord Shri Rama, kindly engage me in your service. This is what we every day pray. But when the service is coming, we are praying for service. But actually when the service is coming, what we are thinking, whether to do, whether to not do, whether to grab it, whether to take. So these right decisions you should take, grab it. And that will help us grow in spiritual path. So see what Parikshit Maharaj did. Enough of all the king's duty. He left everything. He was just inquisitive to learn everything from Sukadev Goswami. And after that, we know what the history is. So in 7 days, he learned everything, Srimad Bhagavatam, the whole of Srimad Bhagavatam, without drinking water and food. In fact, I heard from senior Vaishnava that the Devatas came and gave Amrita to Parikshit Maharaj. You drink this, not snake, bird biting and anything cannot affect you. You will be protected, you will not die. But Parikshit Maharaj said, no, I don't want anything. I just want to hear about Krishna and his pure devotees. He rejected all the offers and heard the whole Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukadev Goswami. So, while we are also chanting Hare Krishna mantra, also Maya will come to you and say, don't chant now. Why you are not mixing with your friends? Why are you not mixing with family? Sometimes we feel that because of Krishna consciousness, we have lost our families and extended families. So you should be very careful. Maya will make you feel that you lost all the friends and lost all your family due to Krishna consciousness. Please understand that this is all Maya. Okay? So Krishna arranges everything for those who shows Tivrena Bhakti. So Sukadeva Goswami is so happy to answer all these wonderful questions, and everyone was enjoying the answers to the whole answers. The whole of Srimad Bhagavatam is FAQs, question answers, right? Why? As everyone wants to ask questions and don't know how to frame it. So Srimad Bhagavatam is the best of the questions and best of the answers given. It is we all know that the ripened fruit. It is a ripened fruit. Now we have, thanks to Srila Prabhupada, has given us Srimad Bhagavatam, all so many languages, 80 plus languages, if I'm right, in English, in all other languages, and Vaishnavas have, like Srila Prabhupada has given us in so many languages and made it easier. We also have some Kannada and other local languages also, Srimad Bhagavatam now. So let us all, finally I'll end with this. So let us all make a resolution that we will read and discuss Srimad Bhagavatam every day. We all must know that we don't have any notice period, right? And hence, like Parikshit Maharaj had notice period of 7 days, but we all don't have any notice period. So we must not waste any time. Devotees know that we are all going to die. So we have to see many, and we have seen many of them dying. Also, we know that when Yaksha asked so many questions to Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he asked, what is that astonishing thing that, one question he asked, astonished thing. So he said that, Yudhishthira Maharaj said that people are every day seeing so many others die, but still they are thinking they will live, right? So this is astonishing thing. So we must not think like, Parikshit Maharaj meditated and conquered that. The same trance Samika Rishi had. So day and night he was observed that Parikshit Maharaj did not know when he died. He was so much observed in hearing Krishna Katha from Sukadeva Goswami. And actually, because of observing so much, absorption so much, he had actually passed away even before the Takshaka bird beat him, right? So with this, I would like to stop. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Patita Pavan Gurudev ki jai, Nithai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.